This is an AI avatar of Lesix founder Rob Lee. Script produced using a custom-trained AI employee in Claude. Video produced using HeyGen. Now let's begin. Here's something that might surprise you. While most agents are chasing leads online or cold calling strangers, the most successful agents in every market are building something completely different. They're creating what I call community gravity, where clients naturally come to them because they've become an essential part of their local ecosystem. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to develop and implement community-focused initiatives that don't just generate leads, but position you as the go-to real estate expert in your area. You'll learn 5 specific strategies that top agents use to create meaningful engagement, and I'll share real case studies showing exactly how these strategies generated millions in business. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap for becoming not just another agent in your market, but the agent everyone knows, trusts, and refers to their friends and family. Let's start with the foundation. Most agents approach community engagement backwards. They show up to events trying to sell something. But the agents who truly dominate their markets, they show up to serve first. The first strategy is about being strategic with your time and energy. You can't be everywhere, but you can be in the right places where your ideal clients naturally gather. Think about this differently than traditional networking. Instead of going to generic business mixers where everyone's trying to sell something, you want to identify the specific venues, events, and organizations where people who need real estate services actually spend their time. This could be school board meetings if you work with families, PTA events, youth sports leagues, new resident orientations at major employers, first-time homebuyer workshops at local libraries, even community gardening clubs or neighborhood watch meetings. The key is to map out where your ideal clients are already having conversations about the things that matter to them. When someone's talking about school districts at a PTA meeting, they might be thinking about upgrading their home. When they're at a company orientation, they might need to relocate. Here's what I want you to do. Make a list of 10 places where your ideal clients gather regularly. Not real estate events, places where they go for other reasons, but where real estate might naturally come up in conversation. Then show up consistently, not to pitch, to participate, to contribute, to become known as someone who cares about the same things they care about. The second strategy is about creating programs that genuinely serve your community's needs while naturally positioning you as the local real estate expert. Let me share a powerful case study that illustrates this perfectly. In 2018, Kimberly Meserve was new to the Boston market and knew no one. She noticed that many people around her were spending $2,600 to $2,700 on rent, but believed they couldn't afford to buy a home. They thought they needed perfect credit scores or 20% down payments. But Kimberly realized it wasn't that these people couldn't buy. There was just a gap in education about what it actually took to purchase a home. So she created first-time homebuyer seminars, not sales presentations, educational workshops that addressed real knowledge gaps in her community. The results? In her first full year implementing this strategy, she closed $11.7 million in volume, with 90% directly attributed to those seminars. The following year, she closed $23.5 million. Here's why this worked so well. She identified a genuine need in her community. She filled that need without asking for anything in return. And she positioned herself as the trusted expert people thought of when they were ready to take action. What knowledge gaps exist in your community? Maybe people don't understand the current market conditions. Maybe they're confused about new loan programs. Maybe they need help understanding property taxes or HOA fees. Create workshops, lunch and learns, or even simple email series that address these knowledge gaps. The goal isn't to pitch your services. It's to become the person people think of when they need real estate guidance. The third strategy is about creating mutually beneficial relationships that expand your reach while providing better service to your clients. Think about the customer journey when someone buys or sells a home. They need mortgage pre-approval, home inspections, moving services, home security, interior design help, contractors for repairs, insurance, legal services. Instead of just handing out random business cards, what if you became the central hub that connected all these services? According to the National Association of Realtors, 39% of sellers find their real estate agents through referrals. This means strategic partnerships aren't just nice to have, they're essential for sustainable growth. Here's how the most successful agents approach this. They don't just collect business cards. They build genuine relationships with service providers who share their commitment to client experience. They introduce these partners to each other. They create small mastermind groups where local business owners can collaborate and refer business back and forth. They host appreciation events where all their partners can network together. The result? When a mortgage broker has a client who's ready to buy, who do you think they call? When a home inspector sees a property that would be perfect for one of your buyers, who gets that inside information first? Start by identifying 5 to 7 key business types that serve the same clients you do. Find the best provider in each category, not just the biggest, the one who truly cares about client experience. Then invest in building real relationships with those people. Meet for coffee. Refer business to them, even when there's nothing in it for you immediately. Include them in your client appreciation events. Make them feel like part of your team. The fourth strategy is about creating content that speaks directly to your specific community in ways that generic real estate content simply cannot. Most real estate content is interchangeable. Spring selling tips, how to stage your home, market update. Any agent in any city could post the same thing. But what about content that only someone deeply embedded in your specific community could create? What about the impact of the new shopping center being built on property values in the West Side neighborhoods? The school redistricting that's affecting certain subdivisions? The new employer coming to town and what it means for the housing market? Let me share another case study. Kevin Kendrick, a former educator in Orlando, built his business through what he calls community-first marketing. He started with a $500 investment in a backyard movie night for his neighborhood. But he didn't stop there. He became active in community Facebook groups, not to promote himself, but to genuinely participate in conversations about local issues. He organized local giveaways. He shared insights about neighborhood changes that only someone who lived and worked there would know. During the pandemic, when he couldn't meet people in person, he maintained relationships through video texts and even hosted virtual community events like Zoom bingo games. The result? He built a marketing-first real estate brand that dominates his Orlando market through warm, referral-based leads. Here's the key insight. Generic content gets lost in the noise, but content that speaks specifically to your community's unique situation, that gets shared. It gets saved. It positions you as the person who truly understands what's happening locally. Start creating content around hyperlocal topics. New businesses opening, school news, local government decisions that affect property values, community events and what they mean for neighborhood desirability. This type of content is impossible for out-of-area agents to replicate, and it makes you indispensable to your local market. The fifth and final strategy is about tracking which community activities actually generate business, and then systematically scaling what works while eliminating what doesn't. Many agents treat community engagement like a hobby. They go to events, meet people, hope for the best. But the most successful agents treat it like a business system. They track which events generate conversations about real estate, which partnerships produce actual referrals, which content topics generate the most engagement and inquiry. They use simple CRM systems to note where they met each contact. They follow up systematically. They measure results. Here's what this looks like in practice. Let's say you attend a school fundraiser and meet 12 families. You add each one to your CRM with a note about where you met them and what you discussed. You follow up within 48 hours with a personal note. Not about real estate, but about something specific from your conversation. 6 months later, when one of those families decides to move, who do you think they're going to call? The agent who handed them a business card at an open house, or the one they remember having a genuine conversation with at their child's school event? The agents who succeed long-term with community engagement don't just show up randomly. They have systems. They track results. They double down on what works and eliminate what doesn't. Let me illustrate this with one final case study. According to industry research, agents who systematically develop referral networks often see 20% to 35% referral fees on successful transactions, while providing added value to clients through trusted professional connections. But here's the key. The most successful agents don't just hope for referrals. They create systems that make referrals inevitable. They maintain regular communication with their network through monthly newsletters. They feature success stories that show their partners in action. They commit to responding to referred opportunities within 24 to 48 hours. Let me recap the 5 strategies we've covered today for creating meaningful local engagement. First, identify high-impact community touchpoints where your ideal clients naturally gather. Don't try to be everywhere. Be strategic about where you invest your time. Second, create value-first community initiatives that address genuine knowledge gaps. Become known for serving your community, not just selling to it. Third, build strategic partnerships with local businesses that serve the same clients you do. Make yourself the central hub that connects quality service providers. Fourth, leverage hyperlocal content marketing that speaks specifically to your community's unique situation. Create content that out-of-area agents simply cannot replicate. And fifth, measure and scale your community engagement ROI. Track what works, double down on success, and eliminate activities that don't generate results. When you implement these strategies consistently, something powerful happens. You stop chasing leads and start attracting them. You become known not just as an agent, but as a community leader. People start referring you because they know you, trust you, and believe in what you're doing. Your homework is simple. Pick one of these 5 strategies and implement it this week. If you're just getting started, I recommend beginning with identifying your high-impact community touchpoints. Make that list of 10 places where your ideal clients gather. Then show up to one of them this week. If you found this valuable and want to learn more about building a sustainable real estate business through authentic relationship building, make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out our other training videos on creating systems that generate consistent referrals and repeat business. Remember, in a world where everyone's trying to buy attention online, The agents who invest in genuine community relationships are the ones who build businesses that last. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.